Alright guys, welcome to this short little video. I want to take up some of your time with talking about E3. Everything that has been released, everything that's been announced so far with Xbox first, and then Bethesda, Square Enix coming up, and Nintendo soon. Everything that hasn't been announced that I wish that was, and everything I'm looking forward to, everything that's caught my eye. So we're going to start off with Microsoft. Their Project Scarlet with the hardware specs on that. I'd say it's a pretty big leap for being able to play. They're claiming you'll be able to play the games at 120 frames per second and all that. And they're reducing. They claim to want to reduce load times, which would be phenomenal. They're also talking about potentially cutting out load times with how good the hardware is on this system that they're coming out with. And it has the high bandwidth GDDR6 RAM, which as of right now I believe is only in the graphics cards. It will be able to do 8K resolution at 120 frames per second. And as far as how it will compare to the PlayStation 5, with the PlayStation coming in with that new AMD CPU and all that, with the new revamped phenomenal specs, I can't really say. But enough with the consoles. A few of the game related things that I'm excited about are how they're going to be they're like having more PC compatibility and all that, because I'm a big PC gamer. I used to be all console, but ever since I built my computer, I can't go back to console. I don't like, my number one pet peeve about consoles is if you buy a game and you want to play it online with your friends. Excuse me. Oh, I still got it. Anyway, if you want to play a game online with your friends on a console, you have to own a membership. But with Steam, I just buy the game and I can play it whenever I want. Or with anything, even Uplay or Origin, you name it. But with consoles, I can't stand that. But Microsoft has announced that, or the Game Pass for PC, with the Master Chief collection of Halo games that I'm really excited for. By the way, it's one of the things I'm very excited for, and a few other things. Off the top of my head, I can't really remember a few other games. Moving forward, we have the announcement of Halo Infinite. If you've all watched the trailer, it looks spectacular. It looked like there was a little bit of gameplay in it. I didn't really get the full scoop on that to make sure, but another thing I'm looking really forward to is Cyberpunk 2077 with Keanu Reeves in it. That's going to be wonderful. They signed over Double Fine Productions. They're the creators of Psychonauts, if you didn't know that. One of my favorite games as a child. And one more thing about the console. They're upping their game for streaming. PlayStation already has the streaming ability on it on the PS4. I'm not sure if the Xbox One has it or not, because I haven't owned one yet. I haven't really been interested, because when it was first released, it looked more like social media. So let's see. The Xbox is getting a new controller design, I believe. What's it called? It's like Series 2 or something like that. And then a couple more games that are coming out. Gears 5, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully that comes to PC. I think it might be with the Game Pass. But anyway, yeah, the main things I'm looking forward to with what Microsoft announced is the new Halo game and the Master Chief Collection and Halo Reach coming to PC. That's going to be spectacular for me and all my friends. Hopefully we can get back into that. Moving forward to some of the things that Microsoft didn't announce that I would really look forward to, mainly only one, and it's kind of like the elephant in the room for me because I love it. It's, ever since the studio was shut down, I've been heartbroken, and we recently just got some hopefully true leaked news about it. Fable 4. So growing up, Fable has always been one of my absolute favorite games. I love the story, I love the art, I love the graphics, I love the gameplay, I love how you can choose between good or evil, and you can do all these little side quests and everything, help out all the villagers and townspeople, all the side quests. I think I already said side quests, but anyway, Fable 4. What I remember the leaks about it is, one, you can avoid the main storyline completely. You don't have to be the hero or anything. You can just play and do side quests and all that. You don't even have to play the main story. It's completely open world, I believe, which is kind of like, that has me on edge because I liked how linear the Fable games were, but I don't know. Let's see, hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me just look at this quick. I was trying to find more leaks or more details on the leak, but I can't seem to do that in the amount of time. But what I'm looking forward to with Fable 4, we know it's happening. Hopefully nothing happens to the process of it being made. If it gets pushed back after it's been announced or whenever, that is okay with me, because I want the game to be as good as possible, because the last Fable game we had was 3 with a linear storyline, and man, that was one of my absolute favorite games. But what I look forward to with Fable 4 is one of the main things is multiplayer. I just love that game. Is exactly what I want. The multiplayer and the co-op, how you can do missions together in that type of fantasy world with swords and weapons that are constantly upgrading, and just the excitement I had playing it was unreal. And I liked how all the relationships you can get in. You could literally marry anyone, any of the NPCs that you wanted to. You could buy all sorts of customizations for your characters, clothing. You can customize your clothes in the little doodad. I forget what it's called now. It's like the vault. I absolutely love the games, music, and everything, and all that. And I want the choices you make in the game to have a little bit more consequence than they did in the last time. Like, if you kind of like in Telltale series games, where if you make a certain decision, that affects the main story. I think that was one of the leaks that was announced, that it has more of that effect. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for Fable 4. What I hope it gets announced soon, and get some more actual news on it instead of just leaks. But anyway, moving on. Next big game that I'm excited about is Borderlands 3. With the new Borderlands 2 DLC that was just released, I believe. You'll be seeing a video of that hopefully soon up on my channel, the gameplay, and maybe I'll stream it, I don't know. But Borderlands 3 coming. I saw, when it was first announced, I saw the gameplay reveal for it, and oh my gosh, it looks so beautiful. I'm so freaking excited for that game. I just love the story. I love the quirky characters. I love the billions and billions and trillions of guns, how they're so customizable, and like how you open a new gun box and it's literally unpredictable. It could be the same gun that you have, but it could be 10 times better, or it could be the same gun that you have and it'll be 10 times worse. You never know. But I just love it. I love the loot system, everything in that game. Alright, so moving forward, I don't really have interest in much in Bethesda. Ever since Fallout 3, my interest has just kind of gone down, and I can't seem to get it back up. With Skyrim and everything and the Elder Scrolls games, those are absolutely fine with me. I love those games. But specifically the Fallout series, I'm losing interest in. I haven't seen Bethesda yet. I hope that actually some neat things turn out, and maybe I'll gain my interest back in them. But for now, I just can't. For Square Enix, I'm excited for more Kingdom Hearts 3 release stuff. A lot of people didn't like Kingdom Hearts 3, but personally, I thought it was pretty fun. The storyline at the end was a little bit anticlimactic. It could have done a little bit better, but I heard they're releasing Keyblade soon for DLC, none of which have any auxiliary effects, I believe, but they just look neat, and I think they're going to be sold for like $2 a piece, which kind of, for something that doesn't have any effect on the gameplay, that's kind of outrageous. Maybe lower it to like even 50 cents less, like $1.50 or like $1 even. Because if it doesn't do anything, why would you? I don't know. I guess it's neat to swing around a Keyblade with pretty looks and all that. But anyway, another thing. Moving on to Square Enix games I'm excited for them are Final Fantasy remakes, of course. But one in particular that caught my mind that I have been hooked on ever since my fiance showed it to me for the GameCube was Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. It's not well known. I actually just recently bought another copy of it from my local game store, and I've been craving playing it. We just haven't had time with our work schedules and everything, so hopefully I'll be able to do that soon. And when the remake comes out, I'm so excited. Moving on to the next topic, Nintendo. What I hope they announce, what I know they're probably going to announce, and yeah. So, number one thing on my list, I am a giant Animal Crossing fan. I didn't know the game existed until I met my fiance, and she showed it to me with New Leaf. I've since gone back and played all the other ones, except for the one on the Wii. I have almost all of the amiibos for Animal Crossing still on my shelf, and I just love Animal Crossing. So to have updated graphics that look spectacular on the Switch, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for what new position we're going to be in. Are we still going to be the mayor, or are we just going to be a citizen or a shop owner, or so on and so forth? How are we going to interact with the city? Are there going to be new villagers? Is Mitzi going to be in my town? I love Mitzi. Mitzi, please marry me. Yeah, and so on and so forth. Next Nintendo game I'm excited for is the Pokemon Sword and Shield. With the recent Nintendo Direct that came out for it, it looks absolutely fantastic in my eyes. I like the whole open world between cities, and how the Pokemon just like literally wander around out in the field. They don't just like poof pop up or anything like that. At least I don't think. But depending on the weather and the time, certain Pokemon will appear. I really like the whole rustic, industrial England type of vibe you get from it, with the art style and all that. The new Pokemon, however, I feel like Nintendo could have done better, but I feel like they'll also have their pretty good quirks to them, which I can't really judge on that. So let's see. Another game I'm excited for that I'm talking about in the Nintendo section of my talk is Dragon Quest Builders. I know that it's going to be out for a few other things, I believe, on a few other consoles, but the Switch is what I get it for because of the Switch's mobility and your ability to take it places and play that game there. The first Dragon Quest Builders, I loved it, but if I could have given it a 10 out of 10, I would, but sadly I have to give it a 6.5 out of 10 because there was no co-op or multiplayer. But with the new one that's coming out, there is, and I'm super excited for it. And there's more storyline, and I just really excited for that. So let's see, anything else for Nintendo? There probably is, but off the top of my head, I can't really think. Oh, the new Legend of Zelda games that are coming out. One of the companies that made Breath of the Wild recently registered a trademark, I guess, for another Legend of Zelda game. I don't know what it's going to be like, and I'm like really excited for more details on that. Hopefully we get that with this Nintendo coming up on E3, and yeah, so hopefully we'll look forward to that. The remake of The Adventure of Link, is that the one that's being remade? Let me find out. Is it The Adventure of Link, or is it Link? It's Link's Awakening. Okay, Link's Awakening. That's one of the games I have never played as a kid, sadly, but with the remake coming, it looks really neat. I like the art style of Link and everything. I'm like really excited to play that. And another game that I'm pretty excited for, even though it's like third party, is Cadence of Hyrule. I believe it's third party, I'm not sure. That game just looks fun and quirky, and I'm really excited for it. I believe that's everything I have to say so far. I don't know if Nintendo is going to give more specs and more updates about their supposed new revamped console and their small console that are coming for the Switch. Apparently there's a console coming with Joy-Cons already attached to it that you can't take off. It's the mini Switch. And apparently there's a revamped Switch coming where they just boost the CPU and all that. So I guess we'll find out when Nintendo comes there. Like I said, I'm gonna probably make another video talking about this at some point. Oh, that's my alarm. Sorry if that was loud, but yeah, I'll probably be making another video about this after E3 has ended and everything has been announced. Something that I can write a script to, so I can write it all down, because I've just been shooting this off the top of my head. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my take on everything that has been announced that caught my eye, and my opinions, and everything that hopefully will be announced soon. If you like this video and everything I had to say, go ahead and leave some comments. Talk with me about it, what you think, and I'll be glad to respond to you. And if you did like it, please leave a like and subscribe. It'll help me out a lot. And thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next videos. Bye bye.